Welcome, Door Grow property managers, to the Door Grow Show. If you are a property management entrepreneur that wants to add doors, make a difference, increase revenue, help others, impact lives, and you are interested in growing in business and life, and you're open to doing things a bit differently, then you are a Door Grow property manager. Door Grow property managers love the opportunities, daily variety, unique challenges, and freedom that property management brings. Many in real estate think you're crazy for doing it. You think they're crazy for not, because you realize that property management is the ultimate high trust gateway to real estate deals, relationships, and residual income. At DoorGrow, we are on a mission to transform property management business owners and their businesses. We want to transform the industry, eliminate the BS, build awareness, change perception, expand the market, and help the best property management entrepreneurs win. I'm your host, property management growth expert, Jason Hull, the founder and CEO of DoorGrow. Now, let's get into the show. And my guest today is Mark DeHaan of TenantCloud. So, Mark, welcome to the show. Good to have you.
Yeah, thanks, Jason. Nice to meet you. Appreciate it.
So, we haven't had TenantCloud on the show for like 6 years. Back then, Joe Edgar was CEO. I had to look it up because I'm like, I know they've been on the show before. So I'm guessing a little bit's changed since then. So why don't we start by getting into a little bit about Mark? Tell everybody, like, who are you and how'd you get into your entrepreneurial journey, and then what led you to being at TenantCloud?
Yeah, great. Yeah, so I'm based here in just outside of Salt Lake City, Utah, and I was a co-founder of Rentler, and we partnered with TenantCloud, merged with them about 5 years ago with Joe. And when he exited, I ended up taking over as CEO, and running both Rentler and TenantCloud, and it's been a big journey by then. But yeah, my history was rental real estate and being an entrepreneur and really sacrificing and so forth. And it's been really exciting. And I love your audience because I think they can relate to, being an entrepreneur and trying to grow in the real estate business. So,
For sure. I'm looking up Rentler right now because I don't know what it is. What's Rentler?
so Rentler primarily focuses on listings and filling vacancies for landlords, small mom and pop landlords. It does some payments and screenings and a few other tools and syndicates out your leads. And then Tenant Cloud is a lot more robust. It does the accounting, the maintenance, a ton of
Mm.
things that you can track with service professionals and your owners and reporting. And so they come together really nicely. And we just try to really focus on landlords and property managers and using technology to make their lives easier.
Got it. So, what's been going on at TenantCloud since in the last 6 years? Like, what are you guys doing lately? And why should people use TenantCloud? Like, let's get into it.
Yeah. So the last bit, we've been growing tremendously. We're processing over $1 billion in rent payments a year, well over that. And Tenant Cloud really, as its core, is to help the rental life cycle and help owners, service professionals, tenants, and landlords really come together and leverage technology to run the business. And the way we built it was with that in mind, to really make things seamless and easy. And you can pay your rent with ACH, credit, debit, Apple Pay, Google Play. We have um, a lot of things that we're working on to just make life easier there.
Mm.
We do screenings, have a ton of different bundles options for you to do screenings and to protect your investment, and that's been really good to help people with income verification and criminal and background checks and of that nature. Um, yeah, and we do a lot of accounting. We will even file your Schedule E for you automatically. So the cool thing about Tenant Cloud is you don't have to have a degree in accounting, you can really log into our software, and we'll lead you along that process, and we'll do a lot of the tax reporting, team management, and
Can you explain
integration.
what a Schedule E is for those that might not be familiar with it?
Yeah, absolutely. So Schedule E is, to report income or loss on your rental real estate. And that's one thing that you'll have to do. You'll get a 1040 form, and the government will want you to file that. And sometimes that can be tough to do, but with our system, we will track all of your expenses and all your income and so forth, and help you file that on your behalf.
So,
And some,
so for property managers, they're doing this third party for owners. This then becomes a resource for the owners that they're managing properties for. It will do it for them as well.
yes, and we do have like an owner portal. So what's great is you can have your owners log in instead of having that back and forth. We give them a login where they can have some view access to see all their, you know, their portfolio as well. So it just makes it easy for those property managers to work with their owners.
Got it. Okay. Now, what's different for between a property manager using this tool or like owners just going direct and getting TenantCloud and bypassing the property manager?
Well, yeah, I mean, some owners can do that, but I mean, then they have to deal with a lot of the heavy lifting with the maintenance and
Mm,
managing all the units. And so with the property manager using our system, we make it easy for the owners to have access, and you can send your distributions to them and so forth. But it really comes down to the ease of use and being able to manage all your leads, manage, all your contracts, all your communications with your tenants. And with it, it's such a affordable option. Like our lowest plan is $17 a month, and we don't do a lot of unit restrictions like other competitors, where you can
mm.
add a bunch of units on the system and really make it affordable for you as a property manager. So, yeah, hopefully that answers your question there.
Got it. Okay. So you would say TenantCloud's probably a lot more affordable than some of the competition that exists for property managers out there. So how would you say TenantCloud kind of compares? I mean, some of the big names in the industry are like Appfolio, Propertyware, um, uh, you know, uh, what's there's Appfolio's got, I mean, Yardi, Breeze,
Buildium. Yep.
Buildium. There's a bunch of these, and then I know Bodia just came out with one, Rent Vine, and
Yep.
and um, and then Rent Manager. These tools. So we've got clients using all these different tools. So how does TenantCloud sort of fit into the mix, and how do you kind of stand out among all these different tools? Because there's so many of them now.
Yeah. So we started with the end user in mind, where it was more of a business to consumer platform where you didn't have to do a heavy integration, and you could just quickly create an account, and more of a self-service where it would be
Mm,
really intuitive. If you were, we started with one, if you had one property up to, 50 units, you could easily log in, and it was way more affordable than those bigger players. They have monthly minimums,
mm,
and you'd have to spend months to integrate your stuff. Everything we built was to make it so, boom, within a couple days you could get set up, and we would help you add your accounts, add your units, add your tenants data. And so we really tried to make it cutting edge, where we used a lot of the technology to help you get set up a lot quicker. And so one thing that people really, they come over to us is, they're like, man, your platform is a lot easier to use because of the way you built it.
mm,
It's just really quick to get it. I don't have to hire an accountant or get an implementation manager to help me use your software, because a lot of times when you get into rental real estate, you're an entrepreneur or you have a day job, and then you log into
Yeah.
a property management system and you're like, holy smokes, this is so overwhelming. Like, I can't figure this out. And that's I think the differentiator that we tried to solve, is that you don't have to have a professional help you use our software. You can just go ahead and get started, and it will help you from day one.
So basically, you're kind of one of your unique differentiators is since you've started with the consumer in mind, instead of maybe a property manager in mind, you focus really on maybe the tenant and the property owner's experience being, really great. Which, once you started focusing on property managers, probably made it a lot easier for the property managers. They're probably getting less questions. Maybe the reports are a little more clear. It's a little bit easier for them to figure out what they need, which has been a frustration I've heard from a lot of software. Is they're, the owners find it confusing. They find their statements confusing. The tenants are feeling things are confusing. Um, Now, a lot of property managers have all of these different tools. They kind of build their own Swiss Army knife or stack of different tools and software. How are integrations with TenantCloud, or which things do you guys do really well that they might not need? Some of our clients might, for example, be using Tenant Turner, even though they use AppFolio. They, in order to get properties leased out, or they might be, or to do self showings, or they might be using. We've got a lot of clients getting going on this new AI maintenance coordinator called Vendoroo, or in the past they might use Property Meld, for maintenance coordination. So they're stacking all these different tools because usually there's better stuff than what the property management software has internally. How does TenantCloud sort of deal with this?
Yeah, that's a great question. So Tenant Turner is an awesome company, and we have an integration with them.
Okay.
And so we feel like we're a platform, and we're doing more and more integrations with companies, like you mentioned, with maintenance. There's others out there that solve that problem. I mean, we have a maintenance portal, but we love to integrate other tools and make it so it's seamless and easy that you can do a show in coordination like a Tenant Turner and so forth. And so,
Got
yeah,
it.
that's a big thing for our users, and we love to work nicely with other companies that will help benefit them.
Great. So TenantCloud has an open API that some of these companies can
Yeah,
connect with. Yeah. Okay. Awesome.
absolutely. I mean, we have a partnerships team, and they can reach out, and we can, when our users request certain things, we say, actually, that makes sense. So absolutely, we love that.
Is there a scenario or a situation in which you think it TenantCloud's maybe not a good fit for certain property managers or certain types of management?
Yeah, that is sometimes like multifamily, or you're getting really a ton of units. You're going to probably need something a little bit more robust. Now, we just launched reconciliation and some other features, more reporting tools, to help as we move up market, because primarily we were focused on ones that, had under 10 units, and then we started growing. Now we have people that use us that have a few hundred doors, and they love it. They love the ease of use. They love the cost. They love that it's not restrictive. But some of that trade off is like, hey, you don't have some of these other customizations that, maybe a Yardi or some of these bigger players have. And so I would say, if that's the case, you'd have to wait a little bit as we continue to add more of those robust features for the upmarket, bigger players. So
So it sounds like TenantCloud is a great place for a property manager that's small to start, especially when they're getting pushback from places like AppFolio or Buildium saying you have to have a 200 door minimum, stuff like this.
yep.
Is TenantCloud something that can scale with them up to maybe 1,000 doors? Like, are they going to run into some capacity issue or some challenges if they continue? Because switching software is hard.
Yeah, it is. And we do have some that have 1,000 doors and some bigger ones, and they love it. And I think it's just the way you approach your business and how you can adapt. I
Mm,
mean, you'd save a ton of money, and the way that every property manager is different. I wish there was a standard in how accounting worked in the industry and how things did with money in, money out, and so forth. But so sometimes people say, well, I'm just so used to how it how these older systems worked, and that's fine.
yeah.
But if you want to be more innovative and more customer facing and adopt, the latest technologies on how payments are being transferred and so forth, then I think you'll fit in really good,
Mm,
with what we have going on.
got it. Yeah, I know. That's been an industry issue for a long time. Is there not being sort of a standard in accounting? And NARPM then released the NARPM sort of chart of accounts and the NARPM accounting standard that hopefully is starting to get people a little more on the same page. There's kind of been an adoption challenge, I think, and some people are starting to get going on it. And then there's definitely some businesses that have been capitalizing on it financially to like help businesses get that dialed in and get their QuickBooks like mapped out. Related to that, a lot of property managers have a challenge with financials and accounting. They've got the accounting they've got to do for the client, right? Which is usually done by their property management software. But then there's their internal accounting, their own books. And some of them try to run that through their software, which I think is a little crazy. Or some of them try, like, we'll have QuickBooks or something else. But this is, I've noticed this is a common problem in the industry, is like people having this accounting mess and not being focused on. And some outsource it, and I've had clients come to me that say they found out their bookkeeper or accountant wasn't doing things right for like 3 years, and they're like, and then one of my clients was suing their accountant and won, and like, but it's still a mess that has to be cleaned up. And so maybe you could touch on TenantCloud. Yeah, I know you help with the owners and their properties and the accounting, I'm sure. Is there anything like, how do they help with their business accounting? Is there any connection to like maybe QuickBooks, or is this something that the tool helps with, or how would this work?
Yeah, so we have an integration with QuickBooks, and that helps. And then everything we do with the reporting and with um, all your financials, we just try to make it really easy between the owners and the property managers so that
Mm,
it's seamless. But I do feel like QuickBooks could help. And primarily we're trying to do property management software, but personal finance is a big part of that. We just are launching a cool product with our banking partner where um, we can now loan some capital to folks that want to grow some doors. And so with our payment system and our
mm,
banking partner, people can quickly get a loan directly through our system, and they could use it to then go buy their next rental property. So we're looking at more innovative ways. That just kind of reminded me on the personal finance, like, hey, I really want to go buy this next door, but I don't have some money. We can help loan that money to help you grow your business. And that's going to be coming out here at the end of this year.
ooh, cool. Very cool. So how does this relationship with Rentler and TenantCloud benefit maybe property managers that are looking to use your software? I notice your shirt has
Yeah, that's
both
great.
on it, so then you've got this relationship going there. So how do these kind of work together? I'm curious.
Yeah, so Rentler doesn't have a subscription. It's free to use. And so if you're just like one unit and you're just barely getting in, let's say you're moving and you just need to rent out your basement apartment, or you just have one property, you can use our payment system, do screenings, and you can list your property, syndicate, get your leads, fill vacancies, and it's like super light. I mean, it would probably be very similar to like a Cozy back in the day, or like a Zillow Rent Manager, just
Mm,
something there to just boom, do that. And then as you graduate, as you go, hey, I really want to do more accounting or actually property management software, then you graduate up to TenantCloud.
Got it.
And we have a great, and when you list with TenantCloud, it will post on Rentler. But Rentler was primarily, a listings and filling vacancies.
Got it.
So that's how that works.
Is there an easy upgrade path from Rentler to TenantCloud, or?
Absolutely, yeah, there is,
Okay.
and yeah, we have a fantastic support system. Pretty much 24/7 support. We have chat. We have people you can call,
Yeah.
and we'll help you. Most all of our support have been in property management and run their own property management companies, and so they're really helpful to guide you in what you need for your business.
Got it. Okay. Very cool. So, well, this is very helpful. Anything else that people should know about TenantCloud if they're working on making this decision right now between all these different software that exist out there?
Yeah, I'd say we have a free trial, and you can give us a shot. And there's a lot of great things coming down the pipe. So just ask our team. Hey, if we don't have something, that we probably will have it coming soon. But yeah, give us a go, and you'll love it, and we'll make your life a lot easier.
Very cool. Awesome. Well, Mark, how can people find out more about TenantCloud? How can they get in touch with y'all?
Yeah, they can log on tenantcloud.com. We have a great we do a webinar every Thursday, and they can learn about our system. And they can sign up for that on our website, tenantcloud.com. They can reach out. We have a great sales team, account management team that will give you a demo. We'll show you, we'll do a free consultation on your business and help you out with that. So we're happy to help. We love the rental real estate industry and helping people grow and make passive income, and that's what we're all about. So.
Awesome. Mark, thanks for coming on the Dorgrow Show, giving us an update on TenantCloud. And everybody check them out at tenantcloud.com. Thanks for coming, Mark.
All right. Thank you, Jason. Appreciate it.
You bet. All right. So if you are a property management entrepreneur and you are either struggling to get leads or to add doors to your property management business, reach out to DoorGrow. We might be able to help you. And we've been able to help lots of our clients add hundreds of doors to their portfolios to help them scale their businesses. And we would love to see if we might be a fit for you to help you scale as well. So check us out at doorgrow.com. And if you are a fan of the podcast or you follow us on YouTube, make sure to like and subscribe and make sure you're plugged in, and make sure to join our free Facebook community by going to doorgrowclub.com. If you go to doorgrowclub.com, it will redirect you to our Facebook group so that you can join. Make sure you answer the questions clearly, because we're really careful about who we let in. We reject 60 to 70% of the people that apply to join that group every month. It's for property management entrepreneurs, property management business owners. So if that includes those of you that are starting a property management business, just let us know that in the questions. So answer the questions, join that, and make sure you're asking questions inside the group. And by joining the group, we will also send you a series of free gifts, to benefit you, including a fee Bible and some other resources that I think would be really useful to your business. And you can also then schedule a call with our team. So check that out, doorgrowclub.com. Until next time, everybody, to our mutual growth, have an awesome week.